Hey everybody, we're live from the August Wilson Theater, backstage in my dressing room.
Hello company, this is your Places call. Places please for tuning and sinking in the ballpark. Places please, the call is Places.
How's everybody doing? Haven't done a live in a while. I thought I would get my makeup on and chat with everybody. It's my last week here at Cabaret. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy to me. I've gotten a little better and faster at doing this makeup than when I started. For example, I can do the eyebrows freehand now. I think in the beginning I was using a stencil. Just seeing how's everybody doing. It's been 6 months. 6 months on this show, which is a long time. Was it like 200 something shows? I have 1 week left. Tonight's the second show of a 2-show day. So I've been in the theater for a while already. Had a little break, ordered some sushi. I watched the latest episode of Drag Race during my break. Just had a little coffee, and I'm getting ready. Okay, that flew. Yeah, maybe for you. I did 200 shows. It didn't fly for me. Shit. But honestly, it has been a lot of work, and there are some days now and again where I'm like, oh. But overall, it's been so satisfying and so meaningful to be able to be a part of a show that means so much. You know, it's talking about things that are very important and very relevant, and that's to come to work every day and to get to be a part of that story is really rewarding. And also, like, I've had a chance to, you know, connect with theater people again, which, you know, I missed that so much. Oh, you're commenting on my hair. It was in a wig for 3 hours earlier, so it looks really busted. Now we have to wait for this glue to dry. How's everybody doing? You get to see me, blemishes and all. Here we are, up close and personal. Did you guys get to come see the show? Who got to see the show? Hi, Oliver. Great, I just spilled translucent powder everywhere. That's good. Good job. What's my favorite part in Cabaret? I think I have the most fun during Two Ladies because it's just ridiculous, and the company, we're all acting a fool, and it's just a lot of joy. Oh, someone's on their way to see it tonight. Thank you. You need to come to Dayton, Ohio. No offense, but why would I be going to Dayton, Ohio? That's not in my itinerary at the moment. I'm sure it's lovely. Multitask here. For those wondering, I've been using One Size Turn Up the Base as my foundation. It's considered a BBB cream, but it works. This is how I do it. And this killer brush from Dennis Amerix that I love, because it gets it all on quick. Use a lighter. I use like kind of a light shade because I want it to look like makeup, you know, from the audience. Like, you know, he's wearing like really, it's obviously supposed to be a nightclub in the early 30s in Germany, so it's not supposed to look natural. Brazil needs you. Yeah, I need Brazil, I think. I need some sunshine and some warmth. Do you drink teas and anything before singing? Yeah, I mean, I have like a whole, I mean, I drink Throat Coat during the show, which is great, or Throat Comfort, whatever the brand is. And I have some drops that I got called Voice 37, I think, on Amazon that are great. They're like, it's almost like a syrup from like Throat Coat, like what's in that tea, but it's like in a syrup that you can drink in the back of your, it's like in a dropper. It's really great stuff. Let's try it. What's something you learned that you didn't know about the theater world? I kind of knew a lot about the theater world, to be honest, because I had done theater, but it had been a long time. So it's almost like the better question is maybe what was different about it coming into theater now, being older and having a career outside of theater for a long time. I think maybe I appreciate it more than I did when I did professional theater in my 20s. Because I think in my 20s I was more restless and I was wanting more and I was needing more. And I think coming back into it now at this point in my life, I think I appreciated it more this time. And like, maybe I took it for granted when I was doing theater before, how wonderful this experience is and how wonderful the people are and just the treat of doing a show in front of a live audience every night. It's been different. You know, I love doing my own stuff too and love touring, but telling a story and acting and being a character, it's been like a really, really great experience. Setting these with powder. I've been using this pink powder from One Size as well. That's great. I like the pink because it just brightens me up a little bit. Will you take the band with you here in June? Finland is waiting. The band? What band? You signed my hand at the stage door and I got it tattooed. Oh, yay! Hello, Majesty Black. I love Majesty Black. They make my gloves. That I buy lots of gloves from Majesty Black. They're great. Favorite song on Afters? Ooh, good question. I love them all. I mean, that was like a really fun project. I think Face might be a little underrated because it was like the last song on the EP. But I love the production on Face. Yeah, it's like, it's nasty, gritty. I really like that one. I see another Brazilian flag. Hello. Kit Kat Club London, please. That's very flattering, but I think my time with Cabaret is done. I think 6 months is good. I will miss it terribly, and I'll miss all the people, but I think I've had my time with it. Unless, of course, they made like a film. I'll do that. Oh, this is this concealer is also One Size. I've been using a lot of One Size. Good stuff for stage. Did you learn anything about the Holocaust that you didn't already know? No, but well, kind of, yeah, because I think right before I started rehearsing, I watched like any movie I could find that was about the Holocaust. Some of which I'd seen, like I rewatched Schindler's List, which is the most heartbreaking, incredible movie. I probably learned some other stuff, but you know, it's a subject that I was kind of familiar with. You know, I'm Jewish, so it's part of our history. Hi from Ireland. Did I enjoy The Voice Australia? Yeah, that was fun. That took up my year last year. That was it was nice being in Sydney for a couple months. It was beautiful out. It was summer. Hi from Denmark. We love Denmark. What's your go-to meal before the show? I had sushi tonight. It varies. Here in New York, I like this place called Guac Time for Mexican food. It's so good. It's like very fresh ingredients. Like I get the burrito. It's really good. And also there's another place called Wolf Nights that's also incredible. It's like healthy wraps. They're really good. So I look crazy now with no brows. Obviously, if this were like drag or something, you'd want to like do multiple coats, but it says the stage and it's far away. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as they're kind of covered and flat. Have you been writing new music in between shows? Wow, I mean, I wish I had that type of bandwidth, but unfortunately, I've been focusing on this show. But now that I'm finishing it, that is going to be my focus over the next few months. I have some gigs and places to be, but I'm definitely going to be working on music now for the next few months. As a male, how do you get comfortable wearing makeup in public? I think any sort of discomfort I had around it might have been when I was younger. It doesn't make me uncomfortable now at all. Hi.
Saying hello.
I'm all alive.
Oh, I know.
Oh. Hi.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Hi.
Yeah, he's always done it. Someone said, yeah, I've been wearing makeup since I was like a teenager, so. You know, at some point, it's like, it's probably easier said than done, and I'm sure I have my moments where I don't feel this way, but like, who cares what people think? Fuck it. Like, do what you want. And if I don't feel that way, if I have a moment of not feeling that way, I have to tell myself that, because really, like, life's too short. See, I can freehand these bitches on now. I love this brush from Trixie Cosmetics. It is a game changer. It's like really skinny and flat, and it's like, but the shape of it's kind of curved, so there's no hard edges. It's really good. And I've been using this pomade from, this is Kat Von D in Aubergine. They're not always perfect, but I'm getting there. Yeah, they're a little crooked today. One's like slightly higher, but who gives a fuck? I always say the MC is probably, if, you know, the character of the MC in the show is probably, you know, if this was real and he were in the 30s in Berlin, he would probably be drinking. You know, probably wouldn't be totally sober. You got a week of shows to perfect them, yeah. Because the other 200 were just practice. It's a little bit of a, if I go like this, it'll even out. What's that called? What you use to get the makeup off? There's this stuff by Dermalogica called Pre-Cleanse, and it's like an oil, and it dissolves it all, and then you add a teeny bit of water, and it kind of turns into almost like a wash, and then I rinse it, and then I wash my face. What's your favorite song from the show? It depends. I mean, I think I Don't Care Much is probably the most, like, my most song to kind of chew into. Don't you shave your eyebrows? Fuck that. No, I do not shave my eyebrows. No. I would like to keep them. Okay, so that's the basic shape. What do I do next? Like, I have never done this before. A little contour. Any other questions? Sing Wicked. No. I'm an Aquarius. I hate being told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Kidding. Will you be back on Broadway? I don't have any plan to do any other shows right now, but probably do some more in the future. It's been great. Depends on the part, depends on the show, you know? How has it been working with Ali? She is a delight. She's so talented. She's such a good actor. She's such a good singer. And she's a lovely human being. She is so smart and so wise and she just has a great energy. I wish we actually did more on stage together because we hardly interact. That's the funny part. How hard was it to perfect the German accent? I wouldn't call it perfect at all. I mean, it's aight. We had a great dialect coach. That was really helpful. I watched a lot and listened to a lot of German accent speaking English. I'm kind of a mimic in life. Like, I think I always kind of was. So it's not that hard for me to learn a dialect if I just kind of listen to it for a while and then just start doing it. I do find myself like wandering around backstage before the show, like speaking in the accent to kind of like click it in. What are you preparing for? I have a show of Cabaret tonight. And it's a musical, so I'm stage makeup, 1930s. I always say 30s, but technically the show takes, like the beginning of the show takes place on New Year's Eve. And we're all kind of saying that it's like 1929 into 1930 or 1931, I think. So it's like definitely 20s, 30s. The bronzer that I used was Pat McGrath. Love Pat McGrath. And then I have a slightly darker one from Makeup Forever that I use like under here for the jaw. Are you friends with Bill and Tom Collitz? They are German. I know Bill. We're friendly. He's great. We're not like super close. But like every time I see him, we get a kick out of each other. He's been to a party at my house. I think I gave him a pair of pants that didn't fit me because he's so trim. I was like, here, take these. These look great on you. What is your favorite palette like for eyeshadow? Pat McGrath makes killer eyeshadow. For this show, though, I've been using this Norvina palette. Most of the colors in here by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Anastasia! And then I have this Danessa Merrick's Yummy Skin like cream blush that I use. This color is called Bellini. Black hair look good on you. So you're telling me that this looks bad? Fuck you. What kind of passive-aggressive compliment is that? Tips on being nervous before a show. That's a good question. You know, it's funny. I definitely had some nerves on certain nights and certain days. I think one thing that's important is breath. Deep breathing is very calming to your system. Anything grounding, like stretching kind of helps center you and ground you and get you out of that adrenaline feeling. I mean, a little bit of nerves can be great. You know, it makes it more exciting and makes it feel alive. And I also I think back in the day, over the years, I think I would have, you know, if I did like a concert or something, I would have like a glass of wine or a cocktail before the show, and that would calm my nerves. But this isn't really the right environment to be drinking. There's too much to think about. It's not appropriate. So I've definitely, you know, being dead sober going into every night on stage has been an interesting shift and a learning experience of like, oh yeah, like you can't use any substance to mask this or manage it. You just have to manage it yourself, like with your own willpower. And that's been an interesting learning experience. Still fighting for justice for Velvet. Should be re-released. I don't think we need to re-release it, but hey, tell your friends about it if you want. I was proud of that album. Still am. New music with Queen. No, I don't think that's happening. I haven't heard any talk of that. Perfect Celebrity by Lady... Like, is that a question? Perfect Celebrity by Lady Gaga. Yeah, I love that song. The Mayhem album is dope. It is so good. I really like it. So happy for her. And love that there's that like undercurrent of like rock in some of the songs, which I think is really fun to hear Gaga go there. I mean, there's always been in her stuff, but that's been a nice return. I really like Killer. I liked Zombie Boy because they're both like throwback and they're referencing like some other artists and sounds and genres that I really enjoy. And I love Disease and I love Abracadabra. At first I was like, okay, yeah. And then it like got under my skin. It grew on me. It's like, you can't get it out of your head. It's so clever. Have you seen Orville Peck Unmasked? Yes, I have. I've met Orville a handful of times. I think he was at a party at my house once, and I don't think he was wearing a mask. Nicest guy, so down to earth, really sweet. I'm so excited for him, and very curious to see what he does with it, because, you know, that's sort of what's encouraged here, is make it your own, find your own version of everything, and I'm sure he'll bring some really brilliant stuff to the table. I can't wait to see it. I'll try to come back at some point and watch. And also Eva, I've met a handful of times as well, who's taking over for Sally, and she is wicked talented. I saw her in Hadestown. She was incredible. Her voice is stunning. And she's engaged to Reeve Carney, who I've known for a long time as well. I did Rocky Horror with him and just knew him socially around town. They just got engaged. Isn't that cute? I think that's so cute. This is the problem. I have everything in front of me in a mess. And so like I go, where's that one brush? And I always misplace everything. Where's that one brush? Will you tour with Queen again? I hope so. There's nothing planned as of now, but I would be open to it at some point. That'd be great. Definitely been an amazing experience over the last 10 years or so. Do a little bit of the same stuff that I used for the blush right here. Just to frame the nose out a little bit. Do you like Chaperone? Yes, I love Chaperone. She's great. And I like how blunt and honest she is in the public. I think that's really refreshing. It's so hard in the celebrity world. It's like you never want to say the wrong thing and you don't want people to not like you. And I think her sort of just saying what needs to be said is like really refreshing. You're amazing at improv. Did you take a class or have training? Thanks. No, I didn't. I think it really comes from being comfortable, being present in the moment, because so much of the improv that I do in the show is like based on stuff that I get, like, you know, the audience having a reaction to something, or somebody catches my eye, or something happens. So it's about sort of like reacting and listening is a big part of it. This is an eye paint from Half Magic, by the way. I just kind of do like a general rounded shape.
Please make your way to your table if you are dining with us.
And then I'm going to buff it in with a brush so it doesn't have to be perfect. Where's that brush? And I said before on the makeup tutorial I did at the beginning of the run, like that the amazing makeup artist that designed this show had like a basic concept, but then we can kind of interpret it more or less. You know, the colors are kind of indicated, and the style of it, and that's been the important part. Is like this kind of rounded shape, and the skinny brows. Boop. Hi from France. Hello, France. I want to go to France more. What a beautiful... Paris is so pretty. And now I'm taking an eyeshadow in the same kind of color. Teal. Just packing it on the lid. Waiting for the lip. I can never get the lip right. Yeah, sometimes the lip is hard. Oh my god, I saw a comment on my on one of my pictures that I posted of me in the show makeup, and someone wrote Susie Toot, and I went, oh my god, it's so true. I noticed that over the past couple of weeks, that when I do the makeup I go, oh, it looks like Susie Toot, because this is very, her aesthetic, her style is very much influenced by this same era, like the 20s, 30s kind of thing, and the shapes she uses, and the brows and the lashes, and so I've been noticing it too. I'm like, oh my god. This is like not perfect, but again, it's like everyone's far away, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's like the general idea. Abracadabra. This makeup can, I think. Any other questions? Anybody want to know anything? Anything random? Do I apply the same colors for every show? Yeah, more or less. That's the design of it, is this sort of teal color. And you know, the wig that I wear is red, so I it's like, you know, gingery, like dark gingery, so I use a lot of like orangey red blush colors. I want to know about your musical. How's it coming? I haven't been working on it while I've been here because I've just been so busy with this, but it's something that I'm definitely going to pick up now that I have some time. I'm very excited about it. Purple eyeshadow? There's no purple. What purple? This is blue. It's not purple. Maybe it looks purple against the other color, but it's really like a dark, dark, dark blue. Did Pharaoh come with me to NYC? Yes, he did. Love my little dog. The other thing is it doesn't have to be fully blended because we use glitter on top of all this, so that kind of masks the blending. You were better off as a brunette. Thank you. What color's your hair? Can I say that it looks terrible? I love when people comment stuff like that here in the like, would you say something like that to someone's face? Because I don't think you would. Also, my hair looks like shit right now because it's been in a wig, and I need to do my roots. So, I don't need the judgment, okay? That was like a cream shadow, and then I take these Danessa Merrick colors that I have, and I use this like sheer to set the cream. How is Pharaoh adapted to the cold weather? It's funny because he won't wear, you know, with dogs in the snow, when it's cold, like a lot of people put sweaters on their dogs or booties on the dogs. You cannot put anything on him. He refuses. The minute we put anything on him, he freezes, like he can't move, which is so funny. So he dealt with it pretty well though. Like I just had to read, I read an article about like how to tell if your dog, you know, is handling the cold and like pay attention to his body language. So we would walk him, and then it's like I could tell if he was cold. He would, you know, kind of get anxious, and so we would bring him inside. So we did like short walks on the really cold days just so he could go to the bathroom. I'm putting this like iridescent-y kind of blue color like right on the outside here. And on the inner corner. Then I use this eyeliner wherever it is. Like a liquid liner. I do like a little. And then I go in and kind of go. Kind of clown, you know? Clown slash lash, you know, because then it looks like kind of lash, like lashes are, you know, that in the 20s they had like, you know, mascara was brand new and it was very spiky. That was the look. So I'm trying to give that effect. Then we take this glitter. There's this glitter company called Lemonhead that make these amazing glitters that are just like gel glitter, and it's really packed with a lot of glitter, so the payoff is good. There's that brush. Now I gotta look for another brush in this madness. In the madness that is the desk. Here we go. So I take this teal glitter and I kind of do the outside of the lid, the side. I do a little in this dark spot here. And sometimes I do in the inner corner, sometimes I don't, but I am today. I just realized that it's like a little, I need to blend a little more blue up into the, you need a cup for your brush. Yeah, a cup would, I do have one, it's just they all end up on the desk, but. Create more of that roundness. Create more of that roundness. Wait.
You're not, this isn't actually live?
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I do like a gray, like a grayer teal to create this little shadow here. That's a little better. And then I have another color that it's like a brighter sort of iridescent, like sea greenish, bluish color. And I'm gonna take, where's that? And then I'll do that in like the center of the lid to create more of a round shape. A little of that same color here. Round. What's a fun fact about Pharaoh? I don't know. What? A fun fact. I don't know. That's a good question, but I don't know the answer to it. And I'm taking a little eyeshadow and going back over the brows just to kind of define them a little more. And it's like a burgundy. They're a little crooked today.
Company, the time is 7:30, and this is your half-hour call for Saturday, March 22nd. Performance number 386.
There we go.
Julian is out. Pedro and Bobby Taylor. Hannah is out. And Chloe's out. Pre-show phone calls for Maya. There are no intermission phone calls. Super Bowl and Care speech tonight delivered by TV. This afternoon we raised $5,356.
And usually, like, if I were doing this makeup for something else, I would have more of a, like a liner thing going on. But because the lighting is so angled up, I have like a really strong brow that shadows. So like, I don't like to put a lot of dark makeup in here because then it just covers my eyes. But I do a big old crazy lash, which I'll put on last. Now I take Made by Mitchell blush, this like orangey color, kind of apricot, set the bottom of this. And then I have another one of his that's in like it's like pure red. And I just do that. And then I have this really fun shimmer powder from Makeup Forever that's sort of like a goldy pink. And I use a fan brush. I mean, this is basically Cirque du Soleil. I'm like clown right now. That's the vibe. And I just dust that on like the upper cheekbone. Gives a nice little wet look glow. Got a little excess on my nose. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's a nice effect. Sometimes I'll just a little bit up here too. Fan brush is so good for like shimmer because it just puts a teeny bit on. You can control it really well. Oh, and then I do a different, one other glitter color. It's like an iridescent, like blue purple. It's like really, it's much more subtle than the other ones. And I put that on the brow. There's like a little highlight. Kind of helps hide like the oatmeal brows I have going on here. And this light, it's kind of hard to tell, but like when you can see it in like the more ambient lighting. Now I'm gonna put the glue on the brows and let it get dry, and I'll show you what I do with the lips. God, someone's gonna have to make a meme of me lost in space looking for everything. Where are the eyelashes? Yes, that's my German accent. I'm looking for my eyelashes, but I can't find them, so I'm going to use a new pair. And these lashes are very long. Do I remove my makeup mid-show? Yeah, I only wear this look for the first like half hour or so. And then I go into a different look. Yeah. Do I miss LA? Yeah, a little bit. I miss the weather. I miss my friends there. Jesus. Okay. What filter is that? I think some filter just got put on. What do I do? How do I turn that off? There we go. I mean, it looked kind of cool. All right, so lips. This is how we do lips. I might have to go in a second, guys, because they have to come and put my wig on and stuff, and I have to keep getting ready. But I use a dark pencil from MAC. I get that little peak on there. Basic shape. It's a very exaggerated, like, Cupid's bow thing. That's the style of the show. And a little ode to Joel Grey, the original. Take a little brush to kind of blend it. I do this silly little thing where I go, little flick. Then I use this lip pencil from Pat McGrath. Like that. The lip changes, like the shape of the lip changes every day. I do it different every day. Some days it's rounder, some days it's pointier. I take another lip pencil, it's like in an orange color. Just do the center, take that same first one. That's the lip. And then the last step is the little mustache. I use that same brush I use for eyebrows to kind of get the shape. Not always perfectly even, and it is what it is. And then I take a little liquid liner, Anastasia. And I kind of like wiggle it a little so it doesn't look perfect. Kind of looks like scrawled on. Ooh, that's not great. I didn't do that too well. I feel like I'm being watched. I couldn't tell you why. I'm gonna have to fix that. A little Q-tip time. Oh no! Yeah, that's fine, right? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I fucked up that side too. Great. I feel like people are watching me. I don't know why. And I'm getting excited at the show. And then the last touch before the lashes that are about to be put on, a little brown liquid liner, a little moldy. I like to put the beauty mark because it feels very glamorous. Like he thinks that he's a movie star from the silent picture era. And then these giant clown lashes. And there you have it. You just got to watch me put my whole makeup on, and I'm gonna log off now because they gotta come put my little red hair wig on me. But that is the major look. It's so major. Yeah, I'm the MC. Yeah. Do you like it? I'll see you on stage. Bye.